word. A word created by a humanity that cannot define its own existence. Come on, Zoe, you know the word. You hate.
I am in Marathon, Florida, doing sound design for a great movie. No, I noticed. It's good. It totally works.
So let me see.
And that line was always quiet with her. So I'm just like, I just want to make
Mm-hmm.
sure. Because it's such a fun joke. But
You can be an extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But generally, we've worked 3 solid days. So I'm pretty exhausted.
The music track, and I found a stereo pair and a center.
As soon as
So
I
that
woke
can
up,
have a
he was already
center
working.
and
He wakes up before me
stereo
because of
or
the time
surround.
difference. But I'd be up about 8, which is like 5 a.m. in Los Angeles. And I would go straight to the mixing room and we would mix until about 10
I don't even
at
know what I
night.
told you in my notes. I mean, I might have said this is a mess.
I think you said it was a mess, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what I remember you saying.
So I'm sitting here with Michael Damon, the sound designer for a great movie. How long have you been working on it now?
About a month and a half.
About a month and a half.
Yeah.
And we're in the final bit of his part before he hands it over to me, and then I take it to
Bring to the
Mexico.
mixing stage. I'm doing the pre-mix.
Michael has actually done the sound design on all of my movies. Solitary World. These caretakers are men who live alone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for years. Away from the crowds, away from their families. Boxed.
Every time we've considered you for a higher position, you failed to follow through.
Yes, I know.
Time travelers.
What has hindered us is the alcohol. We start drinking and we forget to watch the clock. I'm going back out there.
Do you feel like you now know like a Jennifer Sharp style?
I do. There's some really unique viewpoints and bold characters too is one of the things. And this movie has some amazing characters. As I'm watching it, I'm constantly entertained and amused because some of it's very funny, some of it's very heartfelt. And I think that's what I feel about your movies. They're heartfelt and they're entertaining and funny and serious. People get the message as they're being entertained.
So what is sound design?
Taking the production sound that you guys have captured on the set, pulling all the best elements out of that, editing that to get the smoothest, most natural presentation of sound for the movie, and then building a sonic world around it.
What's been like one of your favorite scenes to work on?
Susan, when she's walking by that abandoned hotel and she's, on that kind of colorful block. And the score was beautiful, putting little touches of waves and gulls and
What's been hard for you being the sound designer of a great movie?
There were a lot of noises in the sounds, partly because of where it was shot. So you're spending time on this kind of forensic. I have software that you can go in, and it's like Photoshop for sound. You can go in and see where there's stuff in the sound file that you don't want, and you can select it.
And you see it visually, and then you just circle where the bark is.
And you can leave everything else.
I would say a part that I was proud of, or that was fun. La Llorona is the woman who cries, and we're trying to find sounds that fit in her hut. She's like a shaman and all these things to kind of make it spooky. And I was like, how about a rattlesnake? And he laughed because he thought I was joking. We put it in and it was pretty great. And it's a nice little just subtle undertone to the scene that no one listening to it will ever even pick up on. And that's the great thing about sound.
Porque estoy sufriendo mucho, estás sufriendo mucho.
What is she saying? What is she saying?
She says there's something that you have to do. You know you have to do it.
December 7th, somewhere around there, I'll be headed back to Mexico City for almost the whole month of December, finishing the color correction and then finishing the sound design and getting it all together, getting really close to the end.